it's Anchorman here, back with another episode of Top Shelf. Thank you guys for checking in this week. Before we get started with this week's topic, let's talk about some of the interesting things going on with Tick. First things first, Tickmas is back, folks. We are giving away more great games, and this year we are giving away an Xbox One S. Yes, you heard me right, ladies and gentlemen. We are giving away an Xbox One S with TIC, the Inner Circle. There are lots of different ways to enter that giveaway. You guys can check out the link in the description below, or you can check out ticgn.com and find out how to win. If you're watching this on the channel or anything else, there is also a little trailer that I whipped up for you guys to enjoy, showing off some of the stuff that we're going to be giving away, and please go and check that out. There will also be lots of games we're giving away with Tickmas this year. Please go and follow TIC_podcast on Twitter. Find out for more ways to win. We'll be giving away most of those games on Christmas Eve. Yes, you heard me right, folks, Christmas Eve. Also, next episode of Top Shelf, we will be doing the worst games of 2016, so yes, I am busy replaying them to see if they got any better for the contenders this year. Please check that out when it comes out. So, PlayStation Experience, let's do a quick little recap here. The debut keynote was done on Saturday afternoon, and it was pretty much a damn good showing. I mean, in terms of AAA games, it was kind of sparse with Just Last of Us Part 2. I mean, yeah, Just Last of Us Part 2. But I mean, that was the major game that they were showing off. They did a little teaser at the end. There wasn't anything in the show like God of War or Spider-Man or Shenmue 3, which has kind of been absent for a couple of years now. Wonder what's going on there. And the rest of it, though, was stuffed with nostalgia. So much stuff. Little indie games people have been wanting to play. Lots of little fan service stuff. Crash Bandicoot is getting a trilogy remake of sorts, and it looks good. It looks really good. Parappa the Rapper's coming back, so that's gonna be great. They're making a new Wipeout, so I mean this is great. There was tons of little fan service like this. Now there were a few tech problems on stage, like there were mic issues and a couple camera issues, and you had Sean Layden, which has really kind of two modes. He's either really calm and on point, but he gets kind of boring to listen to, like the first few E3s and keynotes that he's done, or you get him in super excited mode and he kind of goes all over the place. And in this particular one, he was kind of all over the place. But overall, it was just all these little problems were excusable for a damn good show. It was a great PlayStation experience. But the thing is, though, people need to look at it from the perspective of PlayStation Experience is a fan event. It is not designed to win people over to PlayStation. It is designed to appease to fans and keep them hyped. And by that regard, we should hold it to a different standard than E3. Now, E3 is more and more about the press than fans. I mean, the focus of E3 is not really about fans as much as it is customers. I mean, all of them are technically about customers, but these are more about wooing over new customers, specifically new customers who have not bought into your whole system hardware or bought into your franchise. I mean, why do you think they show so many of these multiplats and do all these little multiplat deals? Because multiplats sell. That is what does the most bang for your buck, and that's how much you get something in that industry. I mean, E3 is about hardware, AAA games, sprinkled in a little fan service and indie games. Like every time, there's always an indie sizzle reel at every single showing. They do this all the time. And PlayStation Experience is more of a fan service situation. We get games like Wipeout or Windjammer. Those games are not designed to win people from Nintendo or Xbox over to PlayStation. They're for fans of PlayStation. They are designed to celebrate PlayStation history, and also make a little bit extra money. I mean, all this is really about making money. But by giving already PlayStation fans their classics and keeping them satisfied. Now, fan service is important. Now, I want you to imagine a horizontal scale for me. On the far left, you got no fan service. On the far right, you got all fan service. A good example of someone who is all fan service, all the way to the far right, is Nintendo. They only do sequels. They only do remasters. They only focus in on your nostalgia. I think the only exception in recent years has been Splatoon, maybe. That's all the one that comes to mind. And then on the complete opposite side of the situation, you got Valve. The Valve that does no new games, no sequels, no Half-Life 3. They don't give you anything you want. It's frustrating. And then maybe a little bit to the right of Valve, kind of in between the middle ground and the no fan service, you got Microsoft, which has a couple new games, the occasional classics, and small little fan service stuff. But then right smack dab in the middle, you got Sony. who does a nice blend of new games and old games, classics and fan service. They have a good mixture of it, and they're this perfect golden ratio. They're this happy medium. They got this strong mix of new AAA titles and classics the fans want. They celebrate their history, but don't only long after the glory days like Nintendo. So that's kind of what I really want to talk about. But just as a short bonus round, though, let's talk about Last of Us and that release date. Now, this is just based on me. I'm more of a pessimist when it comes to release dates and stuff. I've been burned too many times. And a lot of people are saying, oh, it's going to be 2018. I don't think so. I mean, God of War and Spider-Man are quote-unquote in development, and like it's probably not going to come. None of those games are coming out early 2017, because if they were, we would have heard by now. It would have been announced. And so, like, I think what will end up happening is those games are going to be early 2018 titles, and maybe at the earliest, the Last of Us will probably be maybe a holiday, but traditionally they're following. Naughty Dog likes to do it in June. They like to drop their games in June, at least recently. So it might be something where it's a little bit late. It might be like early 2019. Like best case scenario though, like as in like best possible scenario, I think you could see Spider-Man coming out in July or June, somewhere in there, try to tie in with the movie in 2017. Just maybe they just haven't announced the release date for it. God of War, it will be March 2018. Like otherwise, they're stacking the deck way too much this early on, and like I said, I think they're calling themselves in development, and they call The Last of Us Part 2 in early development. So keep that in mind. I think that one will be likely June 2018 at the best case scenario. But hey, I'm a pessimist. Prove me wrong, Sony. Go for it. But anyway, guys, that was my video for today. Hope you guys really enjoyed it, and you guys can go follow me on Twitter with at AnchormanV2. You can find me on there, same thing with Xbox, all that kind of stuff. And I will see you guys later.